Hey guys, Gonzo back here. Today I'm going to make a set. I'm going to show you guys one of the most basic sets I've used, and probably the most, it's a set that I've used most of the time. Until this year I'm going to switch it up a little bit, use that trench set a lot more and flat set, P-post and stuff, but this is just your basic Dirthole. And it's easy for beginners. I'd recommend it for a beginner. You know, experiment with the other ones, but the Dirthole is your most basic, like I said. Here I'm going to show you two sets of traps that I use. And this one, I got a 7-foot chain on here with the drag, with the Coyote drag. This is the, I'm going to use this today. I used the Berkshire disposable the other day. I showed you guys how to use that and pull it. I'm going to show you how to use the drag and explain why. These traps here, these number 4 Dukes, here's your number 4. This is painted with rustic. I degreased the trap, and then I boiled it, and then I painted it with rustic. I let it dry for a couple weeks, and then I turned around and I put full metal jacket on it. 2 coats, so we're ready to rock and roll here. And this is speed dip here on this number 4. And this has got a Berkshire disposable on it, you know. There's different reasons why I use these. These I'll use like on the edge of a pit, a field, a road somewhere where I know there's not going to be a lot of traffic. Now we'll go back to the drag. This is going to be something where I use just off the side of the road, where when the coyote gets caught, and I got this information from a good buddy yesterday, but I already knew this information. You want that coyote off the road. You don't want to bounce around, somebody coming by and seeing it, shooting it, stealing it from you or something, or maybe even possibly letting it go out of the trap. So they get caught in the drag, they go into the woods, you know, they might be 50 yards back there, they might be 50 feet, or they could be a quarter mile. Because I caught one 2 years ago, and it went about a quarter mile before I found it. Went all the way across the pit, it went way down the road, and I don't know, got caught up one time, and chewed everything up. I don't know how it got out of there, and then it got into the woods, into the hardwoods, like 100 yards, until it got caught up in a brush pile. And one of the only reasons I found it is because I could hear the clink, 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 clink. The dog must have been jumping around, but once I come over the hill, it just laid there. But it was too late, I had an idea where it was, so. And like I said, I'm using all the same basic tools, so if you didn't watch my last video, you want to see what tools that I use for fox and coyote, go check them out. One thing I am going to show again though, if you're trapping here in Upper Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, I'd highly recommend, and this is a heavy duty one, because we got a lot of wolves around, a snare pole, a release pole, because you're going to catch wolves. You might catch small dogs that you don't want, little coyotes and stuff. I released one last year, if you go watch that video. It's actually pretty cool. I released the dog. It didn't even know it was released. It laid there for a minute before I went over there and poked it in the butt and it took off. But I highly recommend one of these. You can always go to the Boss of the Swamps channel, and he'll show you either how to make one, or I just went and bought one. Like I said, this is heavy duty. I don't want to be using PVC pipe if I got a 120-pound wolf in a trap. And hopefully Michigan, we have a trapping season this year. Last year we had a hunting season for wolves. But anyways, then I got all my basic tools that I carry in here with dry dirt. I always go in with 2 buckets, my trap set, and 1 bucket with my dry dirt. And all my tools and stuff are in here. And then I got a little bait carrier. I'll show you what I carry my bait in. Right here. I got my baits and lure and everything in there, so I'm not going to bring any bait or lure today like I did the other day. I showed you guys what I use. I use a lot of, I'm going to try some GH2 out this year, but I use a lot of Minnesota predator bait. I use some Mark Junes and stuff, Hiawatha Valley predator bait and stuff. That's what I found that works in Upper Michigan, and the part I am the best, so I'd highly recommend that. And we're going to get started here. Like I said, I'm going to use a drag today. We get out there and I'm going to dig the hole, I'm going to bury everything, show you what the site looks like, and then when I'm done, I'm going to show you the area and I'm going to explain why I put that set there and stuff. So, anyways, musky fishing has been really good, man. I got like 3 more videos I haven't loaded. I was out Friday and I had 8 muskies come up. I hooked 7, I landed 3, I got one in the high 30s. phenomenal video. I don't know how I landed it by myself, but I did. I wish I had somebody there so I could show you what it was. 47.5-inch pig. Fat. I'm talking fat. I'm trying to hold it up in video and it wasn't going. And 2 casts before that, I had one probably bigger than that. I don't think it was as fat around. But 3 casts in a row, I had muskies in one hole. It's crazy this summer. Colin caught a nice one last night. I'll post that video here in a couple days too. Let's go trapping. Peace. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm going to show you guys why I picked this set after I make it though, but this is going to be your basic dirt hole, and I'd recommend this to any new beginner to make a lot of these. It's the easiest set that there is to make, and it works really well. You know, I guess if you get in an area with a lot of trappers, you might get some coyotes that are shy of it because everybody's stinking up the area, and that ain't a good thing. So if you can stay away from other people, do it. But here's this is my basic dirt hole anyways. I picked this area right here because there's stuff everywhere behind it. Coyotes will like to come behind your bait or behind your set and stuff. I don't want them looking in my dirt hole. So if I can, I mean, all my dirt holes aren't like this. Some of them are in the open, but then I'll put a rock behind there or a chunk of wood or something. But here, I found a small pine tree there, here. There's some small grass over this way, so we're gonna go right here and make my dirt hole. And I don't go way down. People say, you know, make it as far down as you can, dig to China. I don't do that. I dig anywhere from 6 to 10 inches, and I'm good. Depends on the ground. I might run into a rock or something. But I try and make a decent sized hole anyway, so this animal's gonna look over here and think, what the heck's been digging there? Or what buried their food there? You know, maybe a coyote buried its food and was gonna come back later to get it. And I will, before I leave, one thing that I bring to this one is I got a whisk broom. I want this set when I'm done to be as flat as normal as the ground here, and then I'm going to grab some little shrubs or some other dirt and sprinkle it over here so it looks like nothing disturbed it at all. And this fresh dirt, when they see it, they'll know something's been here. A lot of these coyotes, they walk these, not every day, but probably every other day, once a week, once a month. They know when the ground is mixed up. That's like you and I going fishing or hunting, and we're driving down a side road maybe only once a month, and all of a sudden there's a big pine tree down. We notice it. It's like, that wasn't down last time I come by here. Coyotes are the same way. There's my hole. It's probably, I don't know, that deep. So I mean, I'm 10 inches deep. That's good. Now I want to dig myself for my bed, for my trap. So, you know, I'm gonna kind of cut some of this out and just rake it. I was at the Trappers Convention here a little over a week ago, and I liked something that John Graham said. That 9 inches back and 3 inches to the side, or 12 and 3, that's a bunch of bullshit. I never believed it. I never went by it in the first place. Horseflies are horrible today. You know, you put your trap where you feel the most comfortable, where you want to put it. Now, like I said, I've got a drag today, so my trap's gonna, I need to dig a bigger hole. Having a drag. You got to get that drag down there. And then I bury the drag, and then I put my trap on top of it. Might be maybe it's a boring video to you, but it's the right way. It's not a quick, shitty way. I want to help you guys catch coyotes, not scare them away. Like I said, other people might disagree with what I'm doing, but this is what works for me here in Upper Michigan. Put some of that dirt back in there, make her kind of flat. Cocksucker. Here's the drag. I'll bury that down in there good. Put my chain on the side of it. Take some dirt. Bury that whole thing. I'm going to make a bed to put my trap in now. Rocks, just throw out of there. And then I take some of my antifreeze here that I get from F&T. I'll sprinkle antifreeze, just a light coat all over that to keep it so it's soft underneath there. Because here it gets awful cold and this wet dirt that we disturbed will freeze. We don't want that. Come over here, place your chain down, a little more dirt. Now, I put my trap in there because I got my antifreeze and I twist it right down to how I want it. I'm going to lift that loose jaw, make sure there's no dirt underneath the tongue. I come over, showed you guys this last time. I use wax paper. Wax paper is really cheap. Cut a bunch of them before season. You know, I cut them in 8 by 4 inches. I don't know why I do that. And then I turn around and I rip off about 1 inch, 1.5 inches every time anyways. Then I rip a piece here for the dog, right down. Put that over my trap. I'm going to grab some dry dirt here, or not dry dirt, but make sure my wax paper's down. Take my loose jaw, push it down, bed that trap in there. And people think that that trap has to be bedded solid. I used to do that and thought so. You know, and there was days that I didn't, I couldn't get it solid and I left it. And I've caught plenty of coyotes, a few red fox, so that's a bunch of bullshit too. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna try, you know, I'm gonna sprinkle a lot of this dirt around and then pack it down. You know, you want it as solid as you can get it, but you don't need it rock solid like where, you know, we can step on it ourselves and not move it. I've had them step on my jaws, yes. I've missed them. Probably missed a lot more than I think I did, but going to try and blend this in now. Make it as even as I can get it. Well, that's going to look like something's been digging here, you know. Definitely, you know. That's it. I mean, you can see part of my wax paper right there. This is where I would have dry dirt or peat moss. But I'm going to just bury that just enough. Like that. I'm going to grab a couple weeds just to top us some other dirt around here. Weeds just to mix it in, just kind of blend it. You know, I mean, the wind will dry this out. You know, this ain't gonna hurt nothing. I mean, look at that set. That's picture perfect, man. I'm telling you. That's going to catch a coyote. I'll be back here this year. And I'll set a trap in the same exact set. But anyways, now I'm going to take my bait, my lure. I'm going to change my gloves. Like I said, I always change my shoes. I put boots on when I make a set. When I'm done, the boots come off into the box in the back of the truck. I take my bait. I'm going to throw a big chunk of bait down there. I'm going to take some lure, put it on a stick. I'm going to throw it down there. I'm going to reach over here. I'm going to grab myself a fern. I'm going to stick it just in the top of that hole. I'm not going to jam a bunch of stuff in there. These animals got great noses, but I just don't want birds or something seeing it. So that's in there. Look at that set. It don't get any flatter than that. Then I'll grab my broom. These little whisk brooms are, guys, I tell you what, they're like gold. $6 at the hardware store I paid. I wish it was trapping season right now. I tell you what, that set right there gives me a chubby. I can't wait. Now I'm going to explain why I got the set here. Now let's look up this way. I got a road coming and it keeps going. And while I was driving down, I counted 2 different piles of coyote shit on that road there. Remember this field from the other day? We got that field. I got a trench set about 70 feet over that way. And then I'm going to put a flat set over there where I caught 4 coyotes 3 years ago. So anything walking up and down this road, this scent is going to come around. I mean, you're going to hit them. Look at that set. I'm telling you, it's just, there's your hole. That's so freaking flat. I mean, I could skate on there. I could put water and freeze it and skate. Well, wouldn't be a very big skating rink, but anyways, you guys got any questions, holler at me. Like I said, if you didn't watch my last video with step down set, watch it. You know, all the same basic tools, except this one, I use my little whisk broom. $6 from the hardware store, and that's ready to catch animals. So until next time we're either going to do a P-post or we're going to do a flat set. If anybody else has got any ideas, let me know. I want to get a pocket set in there for mink too. So I'll try and get that out. Maybe today's Tuesday. Maybe I'll get that out Thursday or something. Peace. My bad, guys. One thing that I forgot to tell you. You know, here we got this trap set with the drag. This animal gets caught. Who knows which way he's going to go? That way? He's not going to go very far. That way? He tries going to the field. There's so many things around here he's going to get caught. A lot of times, you know, the animals are going to take the easiest path that they can for walking. That's why they're going to follow these roads, edges of fields and stuff. But they get caught. Something scares them. Where are they going to go? You're driving down the road, you see a coyote. What's he do? Into the woods. He takes this drag, pulls it out of here. I bet he ain't going to make it. He ain't going to make it 60 feet. And he's going to be wound up because of this. I got to use a lot of drags around here. I tried getting away from them. I can't. There's just, I don't have the fields to trap and stuff, you know. I'm lucky I got this one. There's a couple other pits I get to trap. Other than that, it's all woods, all logging roads, skidder trails and stuff. And there's plenty of coyotes out there. So they come by. It might take 3 days, it might take a week, but they're coming by. Even if you don't catch anything, they're coming by. They're looking at that set. Maybe the next time you'll get them. All right, I hope that's enough. Let me know what's up. Peace. Peace, Chucky.